Hello my friends, good morning. It's Monica with Miss Mo's Vegan Kitchen coming to you from Peterborough Hospital. On day 3. Banana this morning and maybe an orange because I'm kind of hungry. I did get really good food last night. Thank God, from the Food Forest Cafe right here in Peterborough. All vegan, all gluten-free. So good. Yesterday we had a downpour of rain all day. So the roads were safe. Sorry for the noise. I'm in the cafeteria at the hospital. My dad was still sleeping when I woke up, so I came down to eat. Down here. And then the temperatures dropped. And then it snowed. The freezing rain in between. Somebody has an awesome laugh. So the roads are not safe. I just saw one of the cleaning ladies who I've gotten to know while I've been here. And she said that in her department alone, 13 people have called in saying that they're not coming in. My canteen of water. And I also have a Golden Peak iced tea from Tim Hortons. Raspberry flavor. So, update on my dad. We call him Papa, so update on Papa. Yesterday was a very busy day. He, in the morning, was not doing well, which was when I filmed yesterday. And things were really scary. But then things seemed to pick up. Now, I really don't know. I told you yesterday that I needed your prayers, your thoughts, your good vibes, your healing energy, whatever you believe in. And we had 2 people coming to pray for him yesterday. One was a care specialist in the hospital. I forget her name right now. I want to say Eileen. Anyway, and she was just beautiful. Oh my goodness. She was such a lovely lady. And you're not really supposed to take pictures in the hospital or video, which I do anyway. But I mean, I'm only in the privacy of my dad's room when that's happening. So, hopefully that's okay. I need to give updates to all of his friends and family all around Canada. And Facebook is pretty much the only way, and YouTube if I link the video. So, he was on all of those meds that you saw yesterday. And slowly throughout the day, they decreased them. And he was doing really well. He was off of the ventilator tube, the breathing tube. And what they did was they kind of gradually did it. So they decreased it and made his lungs work more and saw how he handled that and then kept going. He was having a lot of mucus. So they gave him the spit sucker so that he could do that. His hands were really hurting him every time that he moved. So then they put the 2 things in his nostril to kind of help with the mucus. Sorry if that's gross, but that's what's going on. And then they had him down to 1 pool of medicines. And he has all kinds of IV units in him, right? Because all of the medicines go in through the IVs. So he's got some in this wrist, some in this wrist, some in his neck. And the reason why they do the neck, I don't know if I told you that, was because it's a more direct line, bigger veins. So some of the meds need to work faster, so that's how they do it. So yesterday I had to leave the room quite a few times so that they could do all of these changings and everything. And my brother came, I don't know, like 1 o'clock, and came downstairs here to see him. My dad was still sedated at that point. So all of the morning he wasn't awake. They had him sedated to the point where he wasn't even lifting his eyebrows if I was talking to him or anything like that. But I read him the paper. I was telling him all about the weather and the date, and going through some old memories with him, telling him who was saying hello to him online. I decorated his little calendar some more and told him what I was doing on it. Because I'm one of those people who, unless you're gone, I'm talking to you. I'm keeping your mind fully aware. And I think that that really helps. And then, wait, I forgot a step. So before Adrian got there, then another priest came in, Father Damien. The other lady was a chaplain, I want to say. I can't remember. I've just had a lot of information while I've been here. A lot. So, Father Damien came in and did some beautiful prayers for Papa. And while I was holding... Oh, this is not good. Not even that. Wow. I'm gonna have some popcorn. It's gonna be noisy. Sorry. So, while the chaplain was here, I was holding his hand, and he was twitching. My dad is a huge believer, and no matter how sick he is, we'll go to church. So, that was a good sign, right? And then, when Father Damien was here, he was doing all kinds of different blessings here, on his hands, over his heart, and I just stayed out of the way. I didn't hold my dad's hand for that one. And I want to say that that was around noon. So then Adrian showed up at whatever time, 1 something, and I came down here, and then I went back upstairs with him, and my dad's eyes were like open. He was awake, and we were like, what? It was just so exciting. At that point, he still had the tube in and all kinds of things hooked up to his face. But he was awake, and he smiled, and he said hello. And I cried. Oh my God. It was so amazing. So, as his day progressed, they took more and more things out. So he's down to 1 pole of hanging meds, off of the tube, breathing on his own. So yeah, they gradually did it. I think I'm all over the place in this story, sorry. Whatever. Day 3. My hair is not washed. Yesterday, I mean, I wash up in the bathroom because they give me towels and everything. But the hair is a total mess. So the hat came out. I'm glad I brought my hat. Nothing on my shirt today. It's just a plain shirt. But I don't have any other clothes, so I'm hoping... I don't know how I'm going to manage that one. If the roads are this bad, I don't want anybody coming in to bring me anything. My only other option would be to go in a cab to a local store. So a little while later, after we got back in, my other brother and his wife came. And he was trying to talk, but it's not good for him to talk with the tube in his mouth. It's really stressful. His throat is very dry. His lips are very dry because he had fever throughout. We kept putting the cold cloth on his head. So, everybody stayed for quite some time. He was in and out though of consciousness and not really aware. He kept saying sorry and so I'm trying to remember everything as it happened. I wish I had filmed last night and then it would be a little bit more fresh, but when I tell you what happened last night, you'll see why. So, things were going well. And then, yeah, they wanted to change his bedding and everything and wash him up. So they asked us to leave. So we all left. Went down to my little quiet room. And then we didn't want to all be in there because you were really only supposed to have 2 people in that unit at once, in the ICU unit. Was it visiting? So my one brother Adrian was leaving because he had to go and pick up his kids. So my other brother Leonard and Darlene were in there, his wife. And then I went into the big waiting area. And I called Rosie. And was just giving her an update. Because she was here the night before. So, chatting away to her. And Leonard comes in and says that he's awake and he's fully talking to us. I'm like, what the beep? Rosie, I gotta go. So I walk in and my dad just had the biggest smile on his face. Monica! Oh my God. And then, in and out of sleep, because he is obviously on a lot of pain meds still. Oops. And, next thing you know, it seems like he's in a really, really good mood. And not recalling much. We have to tell him about the surgery. And he's like, I already had my surgery. Like, it's just so cute. Told him that I read in the paper. All that stuff this morning. And we were having a conversation while he was falling asleep, waking up, type thing. And so Len and Dar left. And I'm just sitting there. And then the nurse came in and wanted to take out one of the IVs in his arm. Well, even after all that he's been through, he was nervous for that IV to come out. Because he's been through so much pain. He just doesn't want any more pain. So So his heart started to race. And that was before she even took it out. She asked me if he was in any pain. He said a little bit. On a scale of 1 to 10, it was at a 4. So that's bearable. But still, they try not to have him in any pain, especially when something like that's going to happen, because then his heart will race again, right? So she upped his meds for a few minutes. And then I held his hand and we talked about concerts that we went to throughout the years. And who our favorite was. And that was Johnny Reed. Johnny Reed, if you're listening. I highly doubt it, but you never know. His concert at Massey Hall. That was when my mom was still alive. And I have sent them video of my mom singing to his songs on her deathbed, basically. Because she just loved him so much. So I was distracting him from what she was doing. But his heart rate was really going up at an alarming rate. And then he started to lose focus. So the nurse was quite scared. And the thing is that a nurse always has to play cool, no matter what the situation. So she's got the IV out. She's pressing on his wrist because he was bleeding out. And I'm a little bit panicked. My heart is racing as well. And I just started remembering that I got a dime yesterday from my mom on the floor. I have to show you. Well, okay. Oh my gosh, I thought I lost it. Dime from our mama. Nana sent us a present from heaven. So that was in the floor on... It actually happened while we were in there. It just rolled across the floor and then stopped right in the middle. Adrian was on the phone and I'm like, Adrian! And we watched it roll. It was friggin' amazing. So... I just closed my eyes and I said, Mom, we need you right now. You need to take care of Papa. And then slowly it started to, it was still raised, but it stayed steady. And it got to the point where the nurse was like, okay, I think I can let go of his wrist now. And then she went out. And she said, I'm going to go and get somebody, and we're going to change him around, make him more comfortable. They try and change them often so that they don't get any bed sores or keep the blood flowing. You know, stuff you got to do. So, I don't know what time this was. It was about 9 something, I want to say. 9:30ish by the time it was all done. But then his heart rate wouldn't come down. So I was in the little room. She came and got me. I came back in and his heart rate was really high. So I came back out, asked her what was going to happen. She said, well, at this point, we're just giving him meds to regulate his heartbeat, heart rate, heart blood pressure, all of that stuff. And the doctor is on call. He's in the hospital, so everything is fine. If something happens, we need him. He's here. Okay. So I waited a little while. And then I asked her if it was okay for me to retire for the night and go to the quiet room. And if she needed me, she would know where I was. So I had a really restless sleep. I was really nervous. I heard quite a different number of code something, code this, code that throughout the night. And the beeping, because you're on, you know, you're in the ICU unit. Obviously, there's a ton of beeping. But every time you're like, I wonder if that's my dad, and it's just awful. The family that I met the first night, I kept going in and giving them updates as well. I think I might eat an apple. I don't even know what kind this is. My brother gave it to me. Macintosh, maybe? Oh. Still not good compared to my Honey Crisp. That's okay. I went to bed. Woke up this morning. As I come out of the room, I look down to his hall. It doesn't look like there's any commotion or anything. So I'm like, okay, I'm safe to go in and get washed up. Brush my teeth. Wash my face, you know. Change the shirt. And the sun's coming out. And then I went down to his room for my nightly update of, or morning update of what happened overnight, I guess. And thank you to the powers above. His heart settled. And right now things are good. So that's my update for as for right now. The cafeteria is closed. There's a Tim Hortons, but I can't eat anything here. This orange was awful. And I have one apple left. So if nobody comes to see me today, or drop stuff off and see Papa and not even see me, then that's what I'll be eating later. Oh, I have a banana. It's holding up my phone right now. I'll show you just because it's hilarious. You see it? No? There. Bought myself some cards. Maybe I can play solitaire. I would leave them for Papa because he loves solitaire, but I don't think he'll be playing them today anyway. So today is Sunday, January 12th, I want to say. So that's about it. I'll give another update whenever I can. Love you. And I can actually remember this time because I'm not so stressed out. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Thanks for watching. I love you. Keep smiling.